Maldives, the stunning tropical paradise nestled in the heart of the Indian Ocean, is much more than just a picturesque destination with crystal-clear waters and overwater bungalows. From unique cultural traditions to mind-boggling natural wonders, the Maldives has secrets waiting to be unveiled. So, buckle up and get ready for an incredible journey through the lesser-known wonders of this breathtaking island nation. Without further ado, let's explore the Maldives like never before. The Maldives is a captivating country situated in the Indian Ocean, southwest of Sri Lanka and India. It is a chain of 26 atolls stretching across the equator from Ihavandipolu Atoll in the north to Adu Atoll in the south. This picturesque nation covers about 90,000 square kilometers, making it the smallest country in Asia. Malé is the capital and the most populated city, also known as the King's Island. It has a rich history as the central location from which ancient royal dynasties once ruled. What's fascinating is that despite being one of the world's most geographically dispersed sovereign states, the Maldives is also one of the smallest Muslim-majority countries by land area. With a population of around 521,021, it holds the title of the second least populous country in Asia. The Maldives is not just a tropical paradise, it's also the world's lowest lying country. With an average ground level elevation of only 1.5 meters above sea level and the highest natural point at 2.4 meters, you're literally in a place where the land meets the sea. This remarkable destination has a history that spans over 2,500 years. In the 12th century, Islam reached the Maldivian archipelago, leading to the formation of a sultanate with strong ties to Asia and Africa. Fast forward to the 16th century, and the Maldives fell under the influence of European colonial powers, ultimately becoming a British protectorate in 1887. Independence from the United Kingdom came in 1965, paving the way for the establishment of a presidential republic in 1968. Since then, the Maldives has faced political instability, undertaken efforts at democratic reform, and grappled with environmental challenges such as climate change and rising sea levels. On the global stage, the Maldives has made its mark as a founding member of the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SAARC, and holds memberships in the United Nations, the Commonwealth of Nations, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, and the Non-Aligned Movement. With an upper-middle income economy, the Maldives is a dialogue partner of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. While fishing has historically been the dominant economic activity, the Maldives has seen a rapid growth in its tourism industry. The country rates high on the Human Development Index, with per capita income surpassing other SAARC nations. Number 1. The flattest country in the world. When we talk about flat, we mean really flat. The Maldives boasts an average altitude of just 1.8 meters above sea level. To put things into perspective, that's about the height of your average dining table. Now compare that to the closest contender, Qatar, which stands at an average elevation of 28 meters. That's a staggering 26.2 meters higher. The Maldives truly takes the crown in this category. A nation consisting of over 1,000 coral islands scattered across the Indian Ocean. And yet, the highest point in the entire country is a mere 2.3 meters. To be precise, it's located on Vilingili Island. Now, Vilingili Island might not be a bustling metropolis, but it proudly holds the record for the Maldives' highest elevation. At 2.3 meters, you might not even break a sweat climbing to the top. It's safe to say that altitude isn't the Maldives' strong suit. If we were to compare this to Qatar, the difference becomes even more apparent. The highest point in the Maldives is barely a hillock when compared to the elevations found in other parts of the world. Number 2. An underwater cabinet meeting. Life in the Maldives revolves around the sea, and the ocean plays a crucial role in shaping the lifestyle of the people here. Boats are the primary mode of transport, and fishing is not just a pastime, but a vital source of food for the islanders. But did you know that the sea also became the setting for a truly unique and historic event? In 2009, the Maldives made waves on the global stage by hosting the world's first ever underwater cabinet meeting. The then president and 13 government officials took their offices beneath the surface, wearing scuba gear and sitting at desks that were strategically placed on the sea bottom. The reason behind this extraordinary meeting was no ordinary matter. It was a call to action on climate change. The underwater cabinet meeting was held in preparation for the Copenhagen Climate Change Conference. The president and his officials signed a petition, urging countries around the world to reduce their carbon footprint and take concrete steps to combat climate change. By conducting the meeting underwater, the Maldives sought to draw attention to the very real threats faced by island nations due to rising sea levels and climate change. It was a symbolic gesture, highlighting the vulnerability of low-lying island chains like the Maldives. The underwater cabinet meeting wasn't just about making a statement. It was a powerful visual representation of the environmental challenges confronting the Maldives. The fragile beauty of the coral reefs and marine life that surrounded the meeting spot underscored the urgency of the message. Placing desks on the ocean floor might seem like an unconventional choice, but it served a purpose. It increased awareness and emphasized the gravity of the situation. The underwater meeting became a powerful symbol, echoing far beyond the borders of the Maldives. Number 3. Homes were built with wood and were mobile. Life in the Maldives has always been intricately connected to the sea. Dating back to as early as 5000 BC, the islanders showcased their craftsmanship by building boats entirely from wood, without the use of iron or nails. And here at Barros, guests can immerse themselves in this rich history by exploring illustrations of these ancient boats and authentic maps that have stood the test of time for almost 400 years in our Maldivian lounge. Maldivians ingeniously crafted their houses using wood. With a unique twist, they were designed to be mobile, because the islands faced constant erosion, prompting the need for relocation. So, these homes were constructed to be taken apart, carried, and rebuilt elsewhere. Picture this. Semi-open verandas and open-air bathrooms adorned these mobile homes. The practicality of such design becomes evident when you consider the challenges of island erosion. It's not just a historical footnote. These features have inspired modern-day architecture. So, next time you find yourself in the Maldives, take a moment to appreciate the history that shaped the homes and lives of its people. It's a tale of resilience, adaptability, and a deep connection to the ever-changing sea. Number 4. White beaches of the Maldives. When we talk about white sand beaches, we often think of quartz sand, which tends to have a yellowish hue. But here in the Maldives, it's a different story. The beaches boast something truly special: white coralline sand. Unlike the more common quartz sand, coralline sand is a rarity, found in only 5% of the world's beaches. It gives the Maldives beaches that unmistakable pure white color. This, combined with our crystal clear blue lagoon and lush green foliage, transforms place like Barros into a genuine island paradise. Speaking of Barros, let me take a moment to highlight this particular gem. The white coralline sand, gently caressed by the turquoise waters, creates a picturesque scene that seems almost unreal. It's not just about the sand, though. The entire ecosystem here is something we take immense pride in safeguarding and nurturing. The harmony between the white beaches, the azure lagoon, and the vibrant greenery makes Barros a true haven for nature lovers. Number 5. Home to the majority of sea turtle species and the world's largest fish. The Maldives is home to not 1, not 2, but 5 out of the 7 world's marine turtle species. Picture this: the hawksbill, olive ridley turtle, loggerhead, leatherback, and the green turtle, each one contributing to the vibrant underwater life of the Maldives. If you're a diving enthusiast, you might be familiar with the sight of the hawksbill turtle, gracefully navigating the underwater world. At the Barros House Reef, these incredible creatures make regular appearances, adding an extra layer of enchantment to the diving experience. On occasion, lucky observers may catch a glimpse of the olive ridley and green sea turtles, showcasing the incredible diversity of marine life that calls the Maldives home. Maldives proudly claims the title of being home to the world's largest fish species, the whale shark. Imagine the awe-inspiring privilege of encountering these magnificent creatures in the crystal-clear waters around Barros. Number 6. Money wash up on Maldivian beaches. In the 1800s, long before the Maldives became the world-renowned tourist destination it is today, a form of currency known as cowrie shells was used internationally for trade. These shells were not only distinctive, but also impossible to forge, making them the perfect choice for a currency. The cowrie shell, with its unique shape and patterns, became a symbol of wealth and was widely accepted as a trading currency. Imagine walking along the beach and stumbling upon these shells. Not just beautiful, but also a form of money. Fast forward to today, and although the cowrie shell is no longer used as a currency, its significance remains. In fact, it has become the symbol of the Maldives Monetary Authority. Unfortunately, you won't be able to use these shells to pay for your stay in the Maldives, but the historical connection is a reminder of the nation's rich past. So, the next time you find yourself on the stunning beaches of the Maldives, take a moment to appreciate the history beneath your feet. Who would have thought that these shores, once adorned with cowrie shells, tell a tale of international trade and unique currency? Number 7. Less than a fifth of the islands are inhabited. The Maldives, with its turquoise waters and pristine beaches, is home to approximately 540,000 people, about the same population as Manchester. However, here's an intriguing fact. Out of the 1,200 islands that make up this beautiful archipelago, only around 200 are inhabited. So, why is this the case? Well, back in 1984, a ban was imposed on visiting the inhabited islands. This restriction was put in place to preserve the local way of life and shield it from the influences of tourism. For over 2 decades, these islands remained off-limits to visitors, leaving the resorts as the primary destination for tourists. But in 2009, a significant change took place. The ban on visiting inhabited islands was lifted. This decision was not just about opening up new destinations for tourists. It was a deliberate effort to allow visitors to experience the authentic cultural side of the Maldives beyond the luxurious resorts. This move allowed travelers to interact with the local communities, witness traditional practices, and understand the day-to-day life of the Maldivian people. Exploring these inhabited islands became an opportunity to contribute to the local economy and support the tourism industry in a more sustainable manner. Number 8. Weekends are different in the Maldives. Now, most of us are accustomed to weekends falling on Saturday and Sunday, right? Well, in the Maldives, it's a whole different story. Here, the weekend kicks off on Friday and extends to Saturday. That's right, no Sunday vibes. Now you might think, why is that? Well, let me shed some light on it. The Maldives is an Islamic country, and the Islamic week starts on Friday and ends on Saturday. This tradition is also observed in other Islamic countries like Egypt, Jordan, and Oman. So, if you've been to any of these places, you might already be familiar with this unique weekend setup. Number 9. Divorce rate is high. We all know Maldives as the perfect honeymoon destination, with its crystal clear waters and stunning beaches. However, the United Nations reports reveal a rather unexpected statistic. The Maldives has the highest divorce rate in Asia, almost double that of the United States. It's a fact that challenges the perception of this tropical paradise. According to official records, on average, a woman in the Maldives experiences divorce 3 times before reaching the age of 30. Yes, you heard it right, 3 times. It's a stark contrast to the romantic image we often associate with this island nation. So, what could be contributing to this high divorce rate? Well, there are several factors at play. Economic challenges, societal expectations, and cultural dynamics all play a role in shaping the relationship landscape in the Maldives. The pressure to conform to traditional gender roles and the economic strain on families are substantial contributors. The Maldives faces economic challenges, with limited opportunities for employment. This can put a strain on marriages, as financial difficulties often lead to increased stress within a relationship. The pressure to provide for the family can sometimes become overwhelming. Additionally, societal expectations and cultural norms in the Maldives can influence the dynamics of relationships. Traditional gender roles may contribute to a lack of communication and understanding between partners, leading to higher rates of divorce. Number 10. It experiences equatorial sunlight. Did you know that the Maldives experiences equatorial sunlight at a 90-degree angle? Yes, you heard it right. This unique geographical feature means that when you're in the Maldives, the sun is directly overhead, casting its rays at a near perpendicular angle. Now, this might sound like a picturesque scene for a perfect beach day, but there's a catch. The intense sunlight increases the risk of sunburn significantly. So, if you're planning a trip to the Maldives, sunscreen is your best friend. Before you pack your bags, make sure to load up on sunscreen and apply it generously each time you step out of your hotel. Opt for a sunscreen with a high SPF, preferably 50 or above, to ensure effective protection against the intense equatorial sunlight. Trust me, it's not about ruining your vacation with a painful sunburn. It's about enjoying the breathtaking beauty of the Maldives, while taking necessary precautions for your skin's well-being. To sum it up, the Maldives offers more than just stunning beaches and clear blue waters. It provides a unique experience with equatorial sunlight that demands a bit of extra care. So, whether you're snorkeling, exploring local culture, or simply relaxing by the sea, make sure to slather on that sunscreen. Number 11. Importing alcohol to Maldives is prohibited. Being a Muslim country, the Maldives takes its religious beliefs seriously. The consumption of alcohol is frowned upon, and you won't find pork readily available either. So, if you're planning a trip to this tropical paradise, it's best to steer clear of alcohol and pork in public areas to avoid inadvertently offending someone. Foreign tourists, in particular, may find themselves on the receiving end of some disapproving looks if they're seen with alcohol in hand. Actions like this can be interpreted as an attempt to undermine the local religious values. To avoid any unintended consequences, it's always better to be safe than sorry. These rules don't apply if you've booked a room in one of the country's resort islands. Yes, that's right. Many of the resort islands in the Maldives operate under different regulations, allowing guests to enjoy alcoholic beverages in designated areas. So, if you're looking to unwind with a cocktail or a glass of wine, the resort islands are the place to be. Number 12. Wearing bikinis is limited to resorts and boats. As a predominantly Muslim country, the Maldives holds conservative values when it comes to dress code, particularly in public spaces. It's advised for women to avoid wearing bikinis or revealing clothing outside of designated areas like resorts and boats. Wearing such attire in public is not only frowned upon, but is also considered a violation and disrespectful of their social customs. While you may not personally agree with these traditions, it's crucial to respect them to ensure a smooth and pleasant trip. Unlike public spaces, resort islands have no such restrictions. This means you're free to flaunt your favorite bathing suits and soak up the sun without any concerns about violating cultural norms. So, if you're planning on spending most of your time on the resort, feel free to pack your best beachwear and enjoy the beautiful surroundings without any worries. In summary, when visiting the Maldives, it's essential to be mindful of the local customs and dress modestly in public areas. Save those bikinis for the resort islands and boats, where you can fully embrace the beauty of this tropical paradise. That wraps up today's video. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more travel insights. Until next time, safe travels.